Hello, and we are back again with another video. It's a fragrance video. We got some samples here to review. I think I'm going to review more than 5 this video, just because I have this extra sample here. And this one is, it's not written on the bottle, but it's written here. It's called Unique Luxury Crush on Me. So I'm not going to review this just yet. I'll save this till like last or something. But once again, thank you to Oz Fragrances. As always, they always send me some good samples, some good fragrances. It's one of my favorite shops to buy samples from. And I do have some of the other ones from Scent Splits that I didn't review yet. Okay. So apart from those, other good places to get decants is always Facebook groups. If you are in Australia, just want to shout out to the Facebook group, Australian Fragrances Buy, Swap and Sell. That's a great group for people to get samples from as well, or just buy fragrances in general. So in here, we got quite a lot of fragrances, but I can't really remember which ones I reviewed or not. So let me just double check that quickly. Okay, I think I'll start off with a very hyped fragrance by Demi Rowling. It's called Ylang in Gold by Michael McAuliffe. This one's called Ylang in Gold. Something I really like about this is, if you look closely, you can see glitter in there. So it has this shimmer or glitter, and if I shake it up, hang on, watch what happens. You're not going to be able to see it in the light, but it's really sparkly. It's got glitter floating around in here, and it's nice and gold color, shiny gold. Now, I like the look of it. Aesthetically, it's really pretty. The downside is you can't spray this on clothes, because I love the smell of this. If I spray it on clothes, it's going to completely ruin your clothes. Glitter is really hard to get off your clothes, even off of skin and furniture and everything like that. So I did email them and I asked if you could get this fragrance without the glitter or shimmer in it, and they said yes. It does come without the shimmer. You just have to ask them. So when you buy it from their website, you just pretty much, there's a little option to message them. You just kind of just write without shimmer or without glitter in it, and they should be able to give you this without glitter. Unless you like the glitter in it, if you're a woman, you may want to spray it on your skin instead of clothes. It should be fine on skin. You'll get nice and shiny skin. But the smell of this, okay, I'll spray it on my hand just because I love this stuff. The smell of Ylang in Gold. Well, the name says Ylang Ylang, like Ylang in Gold, and the gold being the glitter and shimmer and stuff. However, I don't really smell as much Ylang Ylang. To me, this is more of a peach. I get this really nice peach, and then I get this vanilla, peach and vanilla kind of smell. And then there's a little bit of florals there, like from the Ylang Ylang and stuff, but the main smell is that peach and vanilla, and it's really nice. So, I do have some notes written down. I just want to quickly go over that. It's a musky vanilla, sweet musky vanilla. There's almost like this coconut and it's almost like a coconut vibe I'm getting as well. Like there's this creamy lactonic sweetness to it. And then you get like this soapy ylang ylang. But not soapy in like the bad way. It's a very nice, well done fragrance. Like it smells obviously feminine. This is pretty much going to be more towards girls, but I love this stuff. I could just buy this for myself and wear it. My sister likes it. I do think this is going to be a really mass appealing scent for women. So I can't really imagine any women not liking this, because it's just one of those fragrances that don't really have anything offensive in it. Besides the fact it is more of a sweet fragrance, it's not really that clean, fresh fragrance that most people would like. Again, romantic, sexy, very calming. I think just because of that sweetness in it, that sweet lactonic vibe you get in the fragrance. I think vanilla, there were studies done on vanilla, and vanilla was like one of those notes in perfume that can relax you. So that might be why I find vanilla fragrances to be really calming. With that said, I don't even know if there is vanilla in this, but it's got that vanilla-y smell to it where it does smell very calming and relaxing to me. Just pretty much the only thing I would knock about this is the shimmer and the glitter in there. And I would say there's not really any shops in Australia that sell this that I know of. So Ylang and Gold, McAuliffe, you can only really get it from the McAuliffe website. They do ship to Australia though, so it's not too much of an issue. But you are paying more for postage to Australia, getting it shipped here. So you do have to kind of pay a lot of money just to get it sent to Australia, and that's where a lot of the money comes from. On top of McAuliffe already being expensive, then you've got to pay extra for the shipping and stuff. So it's one of those fragrances, if you do want it, you do got to just pay a lot of money for it, unfortunately. But I like this stuff, and yes, I would say it's worth the money, because I think it is totally unique. It's a very unique smelling fragrance. Not groundbreaking unique, but I mean, it's not trying to be a clone of anything that I know of. And it's just really pleasant to smell. And there is also a nectar version. So if you do want a less sweet and more floral version of this, I think the nectar is supposed to be more floral. So I haven't tried the nectar version, but you may want to try the nectar version if you want something not as fruity and something a little bit more floral. Then you can go with the nectar version of Ylang and Gold. So yeah, that's going to be one of my favorite fragrances right now, and I do recommend that. So even if you're not going to buy it, do try it if you can find it anywhere. The next is by Navitus, Ambrosia Imperiale by Navitus. This is actually, I want to say hyped, but not hyped at the same time, because Navitus, the whole brand of Navitus, it's not really getting as much attention as it deserves, because what I'm noticing is some of my favorite fragrances right now are coming out from Navitus. They're absolutely killing it. Yeah, they have some bad fragrances. You may just try all the bad ones first. If you want to know what Navitus fragrances are good, I can recommend you some to try. Ambrosia Imperiale, Siesta Drive, Lyric, Vivamore. Any others? I think Soir Exclusive, Rive Nuit. Like, there's some pretty good ones in the house to try. But this is a gourmand fragrance. If you don't know, I'm pretty sure this is like banana, rum, vanilla, or coconut, something like that. Banana, rum, coconut. And to me, this fragrance, Ambrosia Imperiale, I may as well spray it actually. It borderlines being too gourmand, where, okay, I can't even spray it. It doesn't want to come out the bottle. There we go. The problem with this is, I would say, it's almost too gourmand, where you really have to be into gourmand fragrances to wear this. It smells like food, but not just any food. You know those candy banana lollies you get? Those candy bananas? It smells like that, straight up like a candy banana. there is a little bit more depth to it. There's musk. There is like that vanilla and musk, or coconut. So the coconut vanilla with that musk in there. The rum isn't a bad rum. So the rum you smell in here is like really well done. It doesn't burn your nose or anything like that. It's not offensive. It doesn't smell alcoholic like an alcoholic person. This would be more like some kind of banana dessert, like a banana split, banana flambe, banana, maybe not banana fritter, but to me it does smell a lot like banana candy, where I love the smell of it, but would you want to smell like this? I could see there being an occasion where you would want to smell like this. If you have like a light yellow, if you're wearing like a jumper like this color, for example, you're wearing like yellow clothes, then that banana smell would match the color. So yes, you could wear it. It does smell really good. It's like a sweet, I think there might be tonka in there as well. It's a very, very sweet gourmand fragrance that just smells like food. Some people don't want to smell like food. But this is, once again, if you don't want to smell like food, perfect air freshener. You'd want your house to at least smell like this. You could spray it in the air. It's going to be a very expensive air freshener, but this, perfect gourmand fragrance, I think, because it does actually smell gourmand, like food, and it is very unique. It does get compared a lot with Buon Talenti by Profumo di Firenze, which also has banana and coconut in there. I think it also gets compared with that Demeter fragrance, Banana Flambe. Haven't tried that one, but I think it's supposed to be similar to this. And there is also another Navitus fragrance, I forget the name, but it's in a green bottle, and it's supposed to be very similar to this as well, with the banana kind of profile in there. So this unisex, sweet gourmand, banana, tonka, vanilla, coconut, musk, rum type of smell. It does last a long time. It's a very long-lasting fragrance. For women, yes, women can wear it. Guys could wear it. I think it does lean a little bit more towards women, just because of that gourmand factor. I think women being the main people that are going to like this fragrance. And me, of course, I like this fragrance. I actually want to buy a bottle just because I get really addicted to the smell. And I love gourmand, so I could wear a gourmand. I don't really care what people think. I don't think this is going to be something you'd wear during the summer. I probably wouldn't even wear it outside that often, even though it will get you compliments. It's just, I don't consider it to be a safe smell. People might be like, candy bananas? Wait, it's a bit weird, you know, like, but end of the day, I think it's a really, really nice fragrance. Probably one of the best from Navitus, actually, besides Siesta Drive. Really good fragrance. So, what else have we got next? Okay, I was just checking if the video was recording. That's 2 from here. I think I want to review the next 2 from here, from the other box, just because I don't want to review too many fragrances in the one video, if that makes sense. So I'll try keep this around 5 to 6 fragrances only, and we'll just do 2 from each of these boxes, and then that unique luxury one as well. Okay, so the next fragrance would be by Kajal. This one's called Faris. Faris by Kajal. So let's give this a spray. Ooh, it's more of a little stream that came out rather than a spray, but that's alright. I just want to say, these 2 ml bottles that you get from Scent Split, Does anyone else like these? Because I'm not a fan how they don't have the lids on them. I really like the cap because sometimes you can just take the cap off, smell it. It's just better with the cap, and I don't really like the way they spray. But I do like the smell of this. This is pretty much Dior Sauvage clone, but niche. A niche Dior Sauvage. With, I believe it's apple in the opening. So a more fruity version of Dior Sauvage. Maybe not as fruity as Gisada Ambassador, which is more of a mango tropical kind of vibe. This is more of just a more refined, higher quality version of Dior Sauvage. Maybe not in performance. The performance of this, I don't actually think is as good as Sauvage, but I think the smell is not as sharp as Sauvage either. This is like, it's got that freshness that Sauvage has without the sharp screechiness of it. And this is not an ambroxan bomb like Sauvage is. Although it does have like that ambroxan apple, peppery, citrusy smell to it. Very masculine smell. This is definitely a masculine fragrance. No idea why it's called unisex, because this is a men's fragrance. And it's like 100%, okay, maybe not 100%, but it is definitely one of the closer clones to Dior Sauvage that I've smelt. Without being exactly the same, it manages to keep that freshness, keep all the good things about Sauvage without any of the bad things in there. So it is really nice. Lots of compliments you'll get from this. Do you want to pay the price for the niche version with worse performance? If you value quality, probably. If you don't like all the bad things about Sauvage, like the screechy opening and all that, then yes, this is also worth the money. I just want to pull up Fragrantica so I can check the notes in here. And I probably should have done that with the other fragrances too. I just kind of forgot actually. Faris, Kajal, hang on. Okay, so this has got bergamot, lemon, apple, orange, jasmine, nutmeg, rose, coriander. It's got lavender, juniper berry. And I can actually smell the apple. Apple, lavender, juniper, nutmeg. Yeah, I think the floral smell is the lavender. And I do get a little bit of green in here, which is the juniper. But ironically, the juniper smells a little bit more like... I was going to say like K by Dolce & Gabbana. It's got that type of juniper in there. But I don't think it does actually. I think it is a bit different. So don't worry about that. The juniper, you can smell it though. It is really nice. It's a little bit woody, a little bit green. I like the smell of juniper sometimes if it's done correctly. It's got this woody green smell to it. And nutmeg obviously has got this really nice citrusy kind of bitterness to it, combined with the coriander seed in here. Also citrusy spice. So it's really good. Honestly, do try this if you are a male and you like Sauvage. This is totally up your alley if you are a Sauvage fan. But anyway, we'll go to the next fragrance, which is Halley by Tiziana Tarenti. This fragrance, on the other hand, okay. I do know this is expensive because I looked at the price. I smelt it. I liked it. Very expensive. And also, yeah, my sister likes pretty much all of these fragrances I'm gonna review. She likes them all, so that's a good thing. Even though I don't really think people care if my sister likes her fragrance or not. I do think it is good to note that because she is a girl And if you are a male watching this video, sometimes you want a woman's perspective on a fragrance. Do some girls like it or not? And yes, my sister does enjoy a lot of these fragrances. She likes Faris and Ylang in gold the most. Ambrosia Imperiale was a little bit too sweet, but she did like it. This is Halley. She actually didn't like the opening of this. She said the opening smells like cheap alcohol, but then the dry down is really nice. She likes the dry down of this too. And I can totally see what she means by the opening smelling like cheap alcohol. It does have that, it's like this fruitiness. It's like a fruity alcohol though, like this really cheap fruity alcohol smell. But that's only in the first few seconds of the opening. And I will say this is very strong fragrance. So Halley by Tiziana, very strong. So performance is not an issue. That's probably why it's so expensive, because of I'm sure it's really highly concentrated stuff. Like, it's probably got a huge amount of oil in there. Even though on my skin it's not oily at all. Like, I'm not getting any oil on my skin. But I didn't really spray much. The smell is like this really sweet, musky raspberry. Okay, that's the best way to describe it. Sweet, musky raspberry. And it reminds me a little bit of Almaz by Kajal, even though I do prefer the Kajal fragrance, honestly. So I find there to be some rose and vanilla in here too. I just had to check my notes on my computer. But yeah, there is some rose and vanilla in there. Musk, raspberry. And that's what sets this apart from Almaz, I think, would be that rose in here, which does make it a little bit more different than Almaz by Kajal. If I had to choose, I do think Almaz is way cheaper and it smells better. They're both very synthetic fragrances, so this is not a realistic raspberry or fruity smell. It's not realistic. So if you don't like synthetic fragrances, this is probably not for you. But I do think it smells amazing. Again, more of a feminine fragrance for girls, but it is kind of unisex. Guys could wear it. It's not like going to be way too floral or anything. This is still pretty much a fruity, sweet fragrance that a lot of people can wear, you know. I'm going to check the notes just to see if there's anything I'm missing. But I do know this has got some hype online. I believe there is... I can't remember his name, but there is a YouTuber that has talked about this fragrance. I can't remember his name. It's not the fragrance guy. It's something like that. The fragrance guy, or whatever his name is anyway. I can't remember, but there was this one YouTuber. He wears the glasses, I think. And he's like more older, like don't worry. It's like it's not Omar, by the way. It's a different guy. It's not Omar. So Halley by Tiziana. Let's just quickly pull up the notes on Fragrantica for this. One thing I will say is I think the brand Tiziana does fruity fragrances very well. I love pretty much all the fruity scents from Tiziana. So if you are looking for a fruity fragrance, Tiziana is probably the first house you should start at, because they have Kirk, Cassiopeia, they have Halley, they have I think like Tarbit, Draco, so many fragrances. Even though Tarbit and Draco, I don't really like those as much. There is a lot of fruity fragrances from that house. And yeah, I gotta say, so far I've liked a lot of them. This is apparently, it's got passion fruit, rose, peach, raspberry, some green notes, floral notes, musk, vanilla, Rose, lemon, cinnamon. Yeah, all I can really smell in here. Raspberry, musk, vanilla, rose. So I was pretty much right with the main things. The smell is not overly complex, but it's not like a basic raspberry either. Whereas Kajal Almaz by Kajal, Almaz is more of a straightforward, simple raspberry fragrance. This is a little bit more complex than Almaz, still being fairly simple though. So don't want to talk too much about that. I think I've reviewed 1, 2, 3, 4 fragrances. Okay, we'll do 5 fragrances anyway. The last one will be Crush on Me by Unique Luxury. And for this, I'll have to roll my sleeves up. Already, I'm getting something very strong in here. Strong as in like an alcohol smell. It's a very gourmand, sweet fragrance as well. So I do think there's going to be some gourmand notes in here. I think there is some alcohol and gourmand type of notes. So let's try and pick some stuff out by smelling this, because this would be the first time I've smelt this fragrance, and I don't really know what's in it. I get like caramel or burnt sugar. Yeah, caramel or burnt sugar, vanilla. I'm not sure what alcohol that is, but I'm gonna say rum. Yeah, maybe a rum or something like that. Whatever alcohol goes good with gourmand scents, usually rum. I get something like musty, not musty, dusty. Yeah, get something a little bit dusty and old smelling in here. So I do think it's like frankincense. If it's not frankincense, it's got to be like myrrh or frankincense. Maybe cacao, because cacao can be a little bit dusty and earthy. A little bit peppery, earthy, bitter, with also having a sweet caramel smell to it. Vanilla, a little bit of like that alcohol in there. Okay, so that's going to be my guess. Caramel, vanilla, rum, frankincense or myrrh, and cacao, and pepper. If I had to guess, that's what I'm smelling in here. I really don't know if that's the notes, so I'm just going to see if there's a Fragrantica page for this Crush on Me. Wow, okay, I was a little bit off, but that's okay. The notes say ginger, lime, caramel, and floral notes and patchouli. I definitely smell caramel. The ginger, I'm assuming, is more of a dried ginger rather than a fresh ginger, because there is no fresh citrus in here at all. I don't smell any citrus. And I usually associate ginger with being citrusy. However, dried ginger isn't citrusy. Dried ginger is more of a sweet gourmand type of note that smells a little bit like gingerbread. So that could be that gourmand smell I was getting at the very opening. I did say it smells like something gourmand. So dried ginger, caramel, with that little bit of a gingerbread kind of smell to it. But I still think there is some alcohol, frankincense or something in here, because there's something definitely earthy, dusty, a little bit bitter in there. Florals, I'm not getting any florals in here at all. So the notes obviously aren't telling you everything that's in there, but I do think there is definitely probably cacao or cacao, frankincense, or myrrh in there. Okay, so one of those three is definitely in here. And there has to be pepper in there because it is not very peppery, but it does smell peppery to me. Anyway, I think that's 5 fragrances. I do say this is, it is gourmand. It is unisex, but it's more mature. So when I think about gourmands, I don't really think about them being mature scents. This is more of a mature gourmand, just because of that dusty, earthy smell to it. So if I had to rank my favorites, it would be Ylang Gold, my first favorite. Second would be Ylang Gold. Second would be Faris. Third would be Ambrosia Imperial. Fourth would be Halley. Fifth would be the Crush on Me. So I think that's all 5 of them. And the reason I put Ambrosia Imperial below Faris is just because of it's not as safe and it's a little bit too sweet. Even though I do prefer the smell of Ambrosia Imperial over Faris, I think Ambrosia Imperial is more unique, and that is more my style of fragrance, Ambrosia Imperial. But I don't really want to have a completely biased opinion. I still want to consider like what's going to be more mass appealing and what's going to be more wearable. Faris is more wearable than Ambrosia Imperial, but Ylang Gold is truly unisex, and I do think Ylang Gold is the most wearable. Faris is the second most wearable. I do think Ambrosia Imperial smells better than Halley, and the price of Ambrosia Imperial is better than Halley as well. And just because Halley has a really rough opening as well, I don't like the opening of Halley, but the dry down is really nice. That's why I put it fourth. And then I put Crush on Me last because I'm not really a fan of that dusty, earthy, bitter smell in it. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you have a good day. Like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy watching these fragrance videos. This is not going to be edited at all because I want to keep it. I want to try and upload my videos more often. And a lot of people didn't really like the edited format as much, so they were saying unedited is the way to go. Even though I say a lot, usually I would edit out a lot of those times where I'm trying to think or I'm saying a lot in my videos. So I do apologize for that. Just filler words, a lot of filler words, a lot of smelling. I'm sure you don't want to see me just smelling a fragrance for like 10 minutes, so I do apologize for that. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you like the edited more or do you like the unedited format? Because I can still edit videos, it'll just take a lot longer for me to upload them. And anyway, I'm going to go now. Peace out, guys. Have a good day.